What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 23 of the Twins Out of the Park Baseball 24 playthrough. We are here, the beginning of the 2031-2032 offseason. And something weird's going on with the financials here. It says we don't have any money, but I go to extend some guys, and we do. So I don't know what's going on with the financials, but we'll have to sort that out at some point. But hopefully it's not an issue going into next year. So our first order of business, I guess, is we can go through in-house stuff. So all these guys will be coming back. Liendo, Petty, Schreier. Schreier wasn't too good last year, but I still like his defensive versatility. He's one of our captains, and overall, good player to have. I've been saying that, but I think it's true. As for impending free agents, or pending free agents, Buxton, he doesn't want to extend with us, whatever. I tried to keep him around as long as I could, but no, this might be the end. So, unless he doesn't get signed, this is probably the end of Byron Buxton as a Twin. Trent Grisham, he had a really nice year for us, but he's probably going to price himself out of consideration for. But it's possible he comes back. Who knows? But he won't be re-signed immediately. Aaron Nola, a pending free agent as well. He's made $43 million the last couple of years. He is willing to extend on a 3-year deal. I think I can get this down to 1 for like 40, but we can look at that, I guess, in a little bit. I don't want to get outbid for him if I do want him back, but we'll assess that as we inch closer to these free agents filing. And Emmanuel Rodriguez, who has had a really nice career here with us, but this is way too expensive for a player of, he's a good player, but, a little bit up and down. I mean, with the bat, he's always good, but I don't know. I just think this guy's replaceable, although he has been really good. I don't know. 28 years old, it's possible we bring him back, but we have a lot of depth in the minors that'll make a lot less money at this point. So then we have Logan Webb, who probably won't be bringing back. He has a torn elbow ligament. I doubt he comes back the same pitcher. But he's 34, 35, whatever. And then Chandler Joswiak, who was really good for us when we brought him in. He wants a ton of money, so probably not for a 32-year-old. I think we can replace him either with someone cheaper or, an in-house option. So minor league free agents, I've extended some of these guys. Some of them will leave, whatever. I've already done that. So our first order of business is our catching conundrum. So we have Hoffman, King, Helfrich, and Grahovac down here. And Helfrich is out of options after this season, so we have to get him off this team unless we, trade one of Hoffman or King, which I don't really want to do. So I have a trade set up for Helfrich. It's a minor one, but it clears, clears his roster spot. It's with the Astros, who are rebuilding, ton of rebuilding teams. I'm going to dig deeper into trades and see if we can upgrade our team that way. Wow, this guy's a beast. Bobby Moffitt. Wow, nice player. How'd they get him? So he was on the Phillies. Interesting. I don't even know how the Astros got him, but he was on the Phillies last year. Now he's on the Astros. So, so this is the trade. It's we're getting this guy, Filippo Gasparini, Italian Venezuelan. Definitely an Italian last name, but pretty decent pitcher. 23 years old. Minor league depth at worst. This guy, Nate Giva, he's kind of just a throw-in, I guess. More minor league pitching depth. And $2 million for Ryder Helfrich, a really capable backup catcher. Maybe even a starter on some teams. And then Kevin Bryant, who we took in the 3rd round in 2026. He hasn't been bad in the minors. He's made it up to AA, but I think he's kind of plateaued there at this point. A fast guy, good defender, but I don't mind giving up a 25-year-old in this deal. So basically, we added in Bryant to get the $2 million, so I'm cool with that. So we're going to complete that trade, and that clears up that roster spot. I'm not sure what our 40-man is going to look like. I don't know if Glazebrook is eligible, so that means the 2028 draft is eligible. I wonder if Sodden's eligible. He is, so yeah. So we're gonna have to add some of these guys at 40. Eric Watson's already on the roster. Kevin Hood, he is as well. So yeah, a ton of guys from these from the drafts a couple of years ago are now eligible for the Rule 5. So Glazebrook we're gonna add right now. Kevin Hood for sure. Yeah, so we don't have enough room right now. So we'll do that as free agents file and everything. But yeah, we'll sum up to awards probably. One more thing, actually. So, interesting player on waivers, this Tristan Vreeling fella. Not a bad pitcher. I don't know if he's going to be a starter or a reliever, but I think he could be useful. He's out of options, so he'll have to stick with the team, but I think he probably could at this point. So, just wanted to I guess check in with that waiver claim there. So I haven't looked at these yet, but let's go through awards. So Yasser Mercedes wins a Gold Glove in right field. Not surprising. His move to right field is probably needed after playing him in center for probably too long. So good year for him. Top reliever. Joswiak finished second. Got 10 first place votes behind Andrew Baker, who looks like a stud for Boston. Liendo finishes third as well. We have our Silver Sluggers. Palencia finishes or wins at second base, and Derek Mitchell wins at DH. So his first, I believe, in his career. Yep. Rookie of the year, we didn't really have anyone, but this guy Jeff Mimoser, cool name. He finishes first in the NL. Sorry, Owen Peno. My bad. That was NL. Owen Peno almost wins unanimously at third base for us. And, yeah, takes home Rookie of the Year. Very well deserved. Best hurler, the Cy Young Award, Mike Wolf. Not unanimous this year, but he does win again. Kevin Grissett. Looks like a stud for Toronto. Takes the other two first place votes. Hagen Smith finishes third. Looks like his movement dropped, so that's not good. He finishes third, and then no one else on there. And Noah Franco wins his third straight MVP with another disgustingly monstrous year. Let's see. I know. Okay, yeah. So he wound up playing mostly right field after I thought he was going to first base. What a stud. He's actually not even locked up long term yet. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to trade for him. That would be ridiculous. Let's see. So, DeMartini finishes, what is that, 6th? Palencia 8th. Mike Wolf 10th. Derek Mitchell, was at 13th maybe. And then Peno finishes 15th. So we had a lot of guys get votes, which is really cool. And the NL guy, Derek Bernard, really nice player here for Colorado. Young fella. Jeff Mimoser. Yeah, so there you go. There's the awards, and free agents will file in a couple days, and we'll get back when that happens. All right, so as expected, Aaron Nola and Emmanuel Rodriguez rejected their qualifying offers, so they become free agents, and that sends us to free agency. So we have $42 million to spend on free agents, 16 for extensions. So if we're going to make a big move, it's got to be, for a one-year deal, which does indeed put Nola back in play, considering we have, a ton of money this year. We can afford a $35 million deal for 1 year. This guy's an interesting player, Diego Hernandez, but I think our hitting is once again, pretty set. So we're going to have Mercedes in right, Mitchell probably in left or whatever, switch these two. Mercedes was good in right, so maybe I'll put Mitchell in left field. We'll have Correa short for 1 more year. We'll have Peno probably at third. Yeah, I think he earned that. Palencia at second, DeMartini at first, and then, our duo of Hoffman and King behind the plate. So that leaves our big holes, I guess, in center field, and I think we have a DH. So it'll be Jeff Roy or it'll be Peno or some weird combination of that. And Tommy White will also play a role there. We also have Cody Schreier. So who could potentially be a center fielder. He has the 70 outfield range now, so we might roll with Cody Schreier out in center, give him like his first real opportunity to play. His rating drops to a 40, but whatever. I don't believe that. So I think we'll probably roll a Schreier in center with that 70 range. That's huge. Because I know he's been upset with not starting and stuff, and that gives us a lot more versatility. So that means we can put like Montez backing up the outfield. We'll have Steve Driver somewhere. Jack Ruckert is still a nice player that I trust or believe in. I don't really trust him, but he hasn't done a ton the last 2 years when I called him up. But that could also just be my fault. Not really optimizing these guys' strengths and getting them in the lineup when enough, I guess. So yeah, I think we're pretty good on the hitting side. The pitching side, I'm a little more concerned. So our top three is pretty good. Wolf, Smith, Warren, more than pretty good. It's good. And then I'd like to give Tegan Kuhns a shot. He was pretty good last year for us in 91 innings, and then after that, it's like Brady Strom, like. If we want to give Gismondi another shot, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Then like Liam Peterson, he's fine, but more of like organizational depth. He has another option, so that's good. Luis Joseph, I'll probably wind up getting traded. He's out of options, and he rode the year last year without having any options too. But I don't know. I like to have guys who I can just send up and down, not have to worry about passing them through waivers and stuff. So, and then Pico Khan, I like him too. He was a first-round pick back in 2025. He's now 29 years old, so if he's going to get a shot, it could be now. He's got 2 option years, too. So then for the rest of our 40-man, it's like a lot of guys I just had to put on the roster. So it's Glazebrook. We got this Machuca guy who I could have outrighted him off the roster, but I don't know. I want to give him another shot. So he'll be a factor, hopefully. Oh, where'd he go? He's a reliever now. So he could be a factor. We added Dave Benson to the 40-man. I took this guy in the 4th round back in 2028 to be like a stud reliever. He's been good in the minors, so he could have a chance to crack the opening day roster. He's kind of a fastball-only pitcher, which I've never seen in this game, and I'm kind of curious to see how it does. So I might just, have him on the roster for the sake of that. And then, like Eric Watson, he was on the 40-man last year and didn't make it up to the majors. He'll probably start the year in Double-A again. Keep getting work down there. We also added Glazebrook to the 40-man. He's just probably closer than Watson, according to his ratings. And, hopefully he can step into the rotation at some point, either this year or next year. Then for hitting, we got Sawden, who we just added to the roster. He had a really good year in Double-A. I'll start him in Triple-A, but he's got to figure out the strikeout thing because that's not going to play. And then Kevin Hood, who I really like. He was a first-round pick back in 2027. Hasn't made it past high A yet, but he'll probably start the year in Double-A, and we'll play from there. But those are all the guys that I really need to add. And I thought I was going to have to add Amari Brazen, but I guess he was the year after Glazebrook. Or no, I don't know why I don't have to add him, but he's ineligible for the draft. So there you go. That's how the team looks at this point. So what do we need? Probably another starter because I don't really like any of our options. We could go bargain bin hunting. I didn't really look around too much yet. I was kind of waiting to do it. So like Andrew Painter, been a guy I've been trying to trade for a couple of years, but his price was always too high. But 28-year-old, says he's a reliever, but I think he could be a starter for sure. And a pretty affordable 3-year deal. His stuff would drop as a reliever or as a starter, but probably only down to 55 or 50, which would still make him a nice pitcher. So I'm cool with that if we need to go that direction. Alcantara is probably shy. He can't strike anyone out with this stuff. Then like Hunter Brown, I guess. He's not even a starter anymore. Let's actually sort by starters. So, Nola's an option, but would he take a 1 year, like $30 million? I'd rather not give him a no trade clause. I'll give him the bonus though. It's fine. Okay, so he would accept that. Yeah, I think we need to extend our window here. Even if he's not the pitcher he used to be, But I just scouted him recently, and he's still fine. He's fragile, but on a 1-year deal, I'm cool taking that risk, I think. But we do need some contingency options if that falls through. So maybe like a DL Hall type, um, like use him as a swingman kind of. Um, yeah, I don't know. Brian Bellows out here doesn't want too much. While this guy wants a ton of money, pretty good pitcher, but interesting. All right, so anyway, we'll move forward and kind of update you guys as we go, but I think our biggest priority is getting that another starter, and maybe we can go for another high-end reliever, because I like our bullpen, but we lost Joe Zwiak, and we kind of only have 4 guys that I really trust: Dean, Liendo, Lash, and Petty. Dean is a free agent after possibly this year or next year. He wound up having a really bad ERA last year. I'm a little concerned about that. I'm paying him $15 million. But yeah, Liendo, Lash, I trust these guys, and Petty. But I think he's a free agent after this season. Jose Pena's fine. He's out of options though, so he'll have to stick with the squad. De Los Santos has another option year, thankfully, but he's a really good pitcher, and I want to keep him up as much as we can. And then Gismondi, he's still a good arm, so. But I don't know if I love any of these guys enough to lock them in, but I don't know. Okay, so we'll sit ahead and get back to you guys. All right, so just checking in. We've made a couple offers to, a ton of guys on minor league deals. These are mostly just minor league fillers, fill out the organization, but we offered Nola the 1-year, $30 million deal. So he could be back potentially. We also offered this guy Mendez a minor league deal with an option for the majors. Same thing with Antonio Jimenez, and as well as Tristan Vierling, who was on our team. And remember, we traded for him, or we cleaned him off waivers at the beginning of the offseason. And I stupidly didn't put him on the 40-man, so he's back in free agency. Honestly, better off, because I think he was due for arbitration. It was a decent number. Or maybe not. I don't really remember. But anyway, I'm going to try to get him back. That was kind of just a lapse in judgment. But we're also offering this guy, Teodo, a major league contract. He has an option year, which I really like. So we're going to be able to move him from the majors to the minors, add him to the 40-man. And then Jordan Wicks, we also offered a major league contract as well. I like this lefty profile, so just another guy to have. And he also has he's out of options. Sorry, he's out of options, and also Rearling is. So they'll have to stick with the squad. Our bullpen, like I mentioned, it's okay, but do I trust Jose Pena? Maybe, but I like his leadership. He's a leader, and then, do I really trust a lot of these guys? I guess, but Gismondi was a kind of a wild card last year for us, but he wound up being pretty good, and then, Luis Joseph will probably move on from. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing some darts here, try to improve our pitching depth overall, especially with, some starting types players, just for a year while we wait for, Glazebrook and the rest of the guys to come up. So, I might retract a couple of those offers now that I'm talking through it. Just because I don't want to have too many guys to have to shuffle around on our team. So Teodo's good. He has an option. Wicks does not, but I do like his profile, even as a starter or a reliever. So we'll probably sign him to be a lefty because, we only have Lash and Dean, who are both back-end guys. We could use a guy in middle relief, and then maybe I'll just stick with this, actually. So we will move ahead and update you guys as things start to happen. All right, so Aaron Nola does wind up re-signing with us on the 1-year, $30 million deal. Honestly, this is a perfect contract. We take him into his age 38 season. If he stays healthy, it's good. If he gets hurt, then I guess it's a 1-year deal. But, we did sink a good amount of money into this, and we could have gone for some more quantity over quality, but, Nola's been good for us, and he's kind of a staple in our rotation for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So this will be year number 9 in Minnesota for him, and yeah, let's hopefully he can have a good year. But we will be back. All right, so our 40-man is full, so I couldn't add any more guys. So we did wind up signing Vierling again and losing him again. So that was just a disaster. We could get him back, but he was selected in the Rule 5. And then Andrew Tucker, who, a decent little prospect here. He was down in High A and didn't do too much last year. Pretty good defender, but I didn't really see the need to have him on the 40-man, and he winds up getting snatched by Colorado. So lose a couple guys in the Rule 5. Could get him back at some point. I would bet that Tucker gets returned to us. Vierling probably not, though. So, we'll keep moving forward. Okay, so Emmanuel Rodriguez winds up getting signed by the Braves to a much smaller contract than I would have expected for a guy who has had a really nice career. He's put up an average of 4 WAR per 162. Never gone below 3 in a full season. And he gets a 4-year, about 15, 16 mil a year, or actually like 14 mil a year from the Braves. So a really good signing from them. Wish we could have kept him, but we don't really have enough money to do that at this point for a role player. So Manuel Rodriguez, good luck to him on the Braves, and it is international free agent signing period time. So I guess we can, I'm already here, so may as well look at these guys. So I've tried to build some connections with a couple guys. I like this guy, Jorge Ulola. And we have a very strong relationship with him. Also, this guy, Juan Cross, he's probably my number 1 target this season. And 1.7 mil. We have a good connection with him. I'm still unsure about this, how to do this properly. I've kind of been shooting in the dark. This guy was a good player too, but he had a much higher demand. I think I can get Koss and another guy, so maybe Ulola. Maybe I can get them both. So so I went with quantity over quality this year, and I really like Cross's defense too. So that's the reason I did that. I'm gonna try to do 2 million. I don't know. Someone's probably gonna tell me I'm doing this wrong, but still trying to get the hang of it and figure it out. So, league interest is high with Cross. We'll see what happens with him. Another guy that I was really targeting was, let's see, I like this guy, Bedolla, 700K demand, average interest. So, see if we can get him for 900. Give that a shot. So we still have $3.2 million left to spend. So those are my main 2. There was a shortstop down here that I liked. I think it was this guy. Was it? Yeah, so I have a really good relationship with him. High work ethic, 18 years old, pretty good defense, and, a minuscule demand. So maybe $400,000 for him. And then what else do I have down here? Juan Mesa, I like him quite a bit. High work ethic, 18 years old. Let's try 500 with him. I don't know if any of these guys are going to sign for that. I'm kind of shooting low. Usually I go a little bit higher, but mixing it up this time. I'm going to try to sign this guy, actually. Wow, what a stud. I thought I was scouting him, but I guess my team took over and didn't do that. We could try to get him still. We'd have to drop our deals with these guys. Let's try pending offers. So if we took out everyone besides Koss, we could probably afford to offer him a pretty good deal. So let's do that. Because that pitcher, he's pretty far along. Was it Alvarado? So we are able to offer him, what is that, 4.1? So let's do that and see if we can sign these guys. So we'll go ahead a couple days. Usually it doesn't take too long, I've noticed in this year's version. So Alvarado likes the deal at this point. Cost got another offer from Washington. So that's not good. Might have to pivot there if we don't get Alvarado. And Alvarado has been matched by the Nationals. Damn it, bastards. 4.8. I think he's worth it. Let's go for it. Yeah, I mean, this guy can be an absolute stud, and he's pretty far along for a 16-year-old, too. So I think we got to go all in on him. I might just offer the rest of my cap to him, honestly, because there's not really too much else that really interests me in this class. So we have 6.1 million to spend. Guys are starting to sign, and Alvarado just got a bid from the Guardians. Max offer from team. I don't think he'll be able to beat that offer. Wow. All right, so we could try to trade for more pool money. I don't know if it's gonna happen. All right, I might just pivot and try to get costs. What's he up to at this point? Oh my goodness. So costs is maxed this out. Whew. Ulola, we still have good connections with. He doesn't want too much. Try to get him for like 2.7. I do still like Badola quite a bit, so let's go for like 1.1 million. And that leaves us with 2.3 left to spend. So, let's see. Go for the shortstop again. Where the heck did he go? Did he already sign? He might have already signed. That sucks. Ooh, I like this guy's defense. Sauceda. I think I was scouting him for a little bit too, but I don't know what happened with that. Let's go 800, so we have 1.5 left to spend. Who else is in our price range here? Berea, a nice little player there. Juan Meza I still like. Make sure there's no one else down here that really catches the eye. Not really. Okay, so maybe we'll go Juan Meza and offer him 500K. Go twice the amount that he wants, and then we're left with $1 million left. Yep. So Santoya is a nice player. I like him. He's probably just a reliever. He's 16 years old. Side armor, though. I don't like that. We've had bad luck with side armors in this save. Let's go 400K, Santoya. And that leaves us with 600. So maybe we can bargain bin shop with just throwing a dart. One of these guys down here. Someone with high work ethic, high leader. Not a horrible bat. Could develop, durable. Let's throw the rest of this guy. So let's do 400. And then we'll leave 200 for negotiations if we need them. So let's move ahead and see if anything happens with that. They've all responded to our deals, and Sauceda has been offered by Houston. Interesting. Morales lied about his age. Whoa. Older than he reported. It's interesting. So Santoya has been offered a better deal at Chicago. Bedoya has gotten... So Alvarado went to the Guardians. Ouch. Our budget changed. Wow, there's a lot going on right now. Holy crap. So Washington has upped us. Diamondbacks have upped us. Okay, wow. This is getting to be a lot. I haven't had to deal with this, like anything like this crazy yet. So this is just... yeah, Yolola's probably still the guy I like the most. All right, screw it. Let's just offer him 6.1. I'm tired of all this negotiation and crap. Oh, it's too much. 5.7 then. Pretty crazy. All right. Can we get one of these guys at least? This is getting ridiculous. Oh my god. Freaking National. How do they keep matching us in every offer? Okay, so let's go. I don't know. I'm freaking exhausted I'm gonna go off camera and freaking try to figure something out because this is. We got one guy. Who do we wind up getting? We got. Oh, here we go. We got. Oh, of course, the guy that I wanted the least. That's fun. Not a bad player, but you know what? Let's try to get this done. So, 5.7 mil. We have one of the lowest amounts available. I'm not sure why that is. But anyway, Bedoya, what does he want? Oops. 2.2. All right, let's just give him 3.5. Since we're gonna wind up with no one if we don't sign these guys. And then let's see, Santoya, 750K. Let's give him 1 point. What is it? Let's do 1.5. All right, and 700K left to spend. We'll throw it at maybe this pitcher if he's okay. We'll do. What did I say? I can't count 700K. All right, let's try that. So potentially we signed 4 guys, which a pretty good haul. Yolola did wind up going to Washington. Update on some of our guys. Lamar King goes down a bit. Novas goes down. Not surprising with the injury, the labrum injury. Those are always horrible. Then Chase Petty goes up a bit, and Will Warren goes up. And let's see. Bedoya likes our deal. And okay, so we got Bedoya. We got Santoya. That's a fun duo. Hopefully they make the majors at about the same time. If they do. And Verdecia. Side armor. Whatever. Could be a reliever or something. Who knows. These are just dart throws, essentially, at this point. Although we've had pretty good luck with our guys we've signed. But anyway, we'll come back when something else exciting happens. Sorry that was a little long-winded, but I figured we'd just go through it and, whatever. See what, maybe you guys can give me some, pointers in the comments. I don't know if I typically just offer double, but I tried something a little different there. But if you guys have any, intel on what's good to do in that situation with these international free agents, just let me know. And then, we'll see you back in a second. Okay, so we just made it through spring training, mostly unscathed from injuries. Jeff Roy had a minor little foot fracture. That sounds crazy, but 3-week injury apparently. I fractured my foot and I was unwell for a little bit, so I think 3 weeks is, I guess, reasonable. But anyway, Lamar King also went out with a fractured foot, so a lot of feet stuff in this episode. He was also out for 3 weeks, so that pushes Hoffman into everyday duty at catcher, which I don't hate, quite frankly, to start the year. And then Grahovac, who's been our backup catcher down in the minors, kind of like I guess is actually our 4th catcher, but with the trade of the other guy in the offseason, I forgot what his name is already, he'll step into the backup role to start the year, play every 5th game, and then the rest of the roster is pretty standard. Jack Rucker is our backup infielder to start the year with Roy out. Pretty rough spring, but, I want to give him a shot to start the year. And then Steve Driver, who was really good for us in 2030, didn't get a lot of Major League time, only 4 games last year, but he'll start the year as a bench player, playing every 5th game in center for Schreier. He starts in center field to start the year. And Montez and White will split time at DH. So, with that said, actually, let's go over the rotation. So, Tegan Kuntz had a pretty good spring. 1 bad game, but besides that, he was really good. So he wins the 5th starter spot. It was him or Strom, and Strom was actually a little bit better, but, Kuntz was good for us last year, and he was pretty solid this spring, so I gave it to him. Then Wolf, Smith, Nola, Warren round out the rotation. Hagen Smith's movement did go down to 35, which scares me a bit, but we got to deal with him because we have that big contract for him. But anyway, bullpen. Jordan Wicks is our lefty and middle relief. We really haven't had a guy like that to start the year in a while, so it's good to have him in there. Hopefully stabilize that middle relief group here. De Los Santos, Gismondi, Pena, Petty, and Lashley and Odine in the rotation. So we will play Detroit on opening day. And let's check out the preseason predictions really quick. We're projected to go 105-57 with the best ERA in the AL by far. And our hitting is supposed to be, like a top 3 unit, just behind the Tigers and behind the Yankees. So top hitters, you got Noah Franco, who is, as long as he stays healthy, he's destined for MVP every year. But, Palencia is supposed to be up there as a top hitter. And no DeMartini, which is interesting. Maybe he gets hurt in this particular simulation. Then Mike Wolf projected to be a top pitcher along with Hagen Smith, Noah Dean. So those 3 guys make it. And NL looks like this. Braves, Brewers, Padres expect to win their division. Definitely not as strong as the AL. AL has some, a couple of heavy hitters in the Central, and the Yankees are good. And, the West is a bit of a crapshoot, but besides that, it's pretty mediocre. The NL is pretty tight. No team worse than 73 and 89, which is, pretty impressive. So we will go to opening day here against the Tigers and see how we do. So we win 15-2. That's a pretty damn good way to start the year. Wow, this is sad. So in live time, Jim Pauland, our longtime owner, I think he was like 79 years old, maybe. Maybe it'll say in here. It doesn't, but that's sad. Jim Pauland was a pretty good owner for us. He was really flexible and everything, and his son, Jim Pauland Jr., takes over. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. I could definitely be wrong on that. I'm not really brushed up on my Twins, like everything Twins. Sodden went up a ton. He's, kind of ready. That's exciting. A bunch of other guys like Danny Bruin. Yeah, our pitching really came along this spring. I'm excited. Really excited for what these guys are going to bring. Jerry Patton, too. Wow. Yeah, he's... all right, cool. So, sorry, I completely got off track there. So our owner dies, and let's see what he has. He wants to win a championship, improve our record in road games, and build a dynasty in the next 3 seasons. I think we've already done that, but I guess we have different definitions of dynasty. I did boost my ticket price. Let me do a little bit more. So, oh boy, this is interesting. His patience is unmerciful. That is just terrifying. 47 years old, so he'll be around for a while, I assume. And then fiscal responsibility, controlling. It's probably not much different than his dad. And then involvement, hands off. That's good. And then priority is winning, and he's delighted. So getting off on a good foot with him. We've had a pretty damn good run, so hopefully we keep it going. Our budget's consistently gone up. I guess I really haven't looked at the screen too much, but he really wants us to improve our record in home games. So I think we can do that. Win the championship, we'll try to do that every year and then build a dynasty. So there's opening day. We win 15-2. Huge game by the offense. Tommy White, 5 ribbies. Love to see that. Owen Pena, 4 ribbies. Everyone gets a hit. Let's see what we had. So many doubles. Tommy White had 2. Schreier had 1. Hoffman, Correa, DeMartini, Donovan Mitchell. Derek Mitchell had a triple, and then Mercedes, Tommy White, Palencia, and Pena will all go yard in this one. Mike Wolf, great start, and then Gismondi to finish it out. So there you go. There's opening day, and there is the off-season episode in 2032, 2031, 2032, something like that. But thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And, yeah, we'll see you in episode, was that going to be 24, 23, 24? We'll see you then. Bye.